Rock and Roll Geek Show 1270.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA. Online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name is Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024, and it is 7:28 p.m. when I'm recording this episode. I am at Don's den. The daughter and the daughter's husband, or the daughter and the son-in-law, they're gone to see a movie. The wife and I got assigned babysitting duties. Just now put the baby down to sleep. Sure do love that little kid. Anyway, so I've said it in advance. I got to do a show tonight. I promised I was going to do the top 10 albums of 2023, and the wife said, okay, I'll go upstairs while you do it. It's nice to be not in the doghouse, I'll tell you. I'm starting the year off on a good note, friends. I got to tell you, though, I need to take a sip of this fine. Open up the beer. This is it's actually the third beer of the day. The first two were from a brewery called, I don't know what the brewery is. It's Devil's Teeth Brewery or something like that. It's down the street. And we had a couple of, they brew their own beer, and we had something called a beer, I forget. It was a little bit strong. When I get the beer from the brewery, I know I'm a pussy. I ask for a cup of ice. And then when the waiter's not looking, I dump the ice in the beer because I'm not too good at drinking the strong beer. Let me take a sip of this fine, super light Tecate in the can. Third one of the day is always the best. This would be, for the new year, this would be approximately beer number 47, I think, something like that since 2024. The 47th beer of the year is always the best, as they say. All right, so that's it. We're going to do the top 10 albums of 2023, and I got to tell you, this might have been the most difficult year. There are so many albums that came out. And also, thank you, Phil Robinson, for putting out a list of all the albums that came out this year. That is a daunting task. And if it was not for Phil Robinson on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, which I did not create, but I do approve, we just got to answer 2 questions so that I know you're not one of those shitty bands trying to get their name on the Rock and Roll Geek 2023 list. I forget where I was going. Anyway, thank you, Phil Robinson. Without him, I don't know if I would have been able to do this, but there must have been 150, 200 rock albums came out this year. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So how I did it, I went through his list and I said, okay, I've heard that album, I've heard that album, I have that album, I've had that album, heard that album. Went down every album that I had or have heard or need to hear and wrote them down in a note. And then I went and listened to every one of those albums again. If I haven't heard it, I listened to it for the first time. Now, some of these albums, there's just so many, I didn't even get around to listening. But I did my best. And I got it down to top 10. There's several ties. Let's see how many. Let me look at the notes here. There are several ties. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ties. There's actually 6 bands for five-way ties, if that makes any sense. Top 3 albums there's no ties. So there are no ties on the top 3, but there are several other ties. One album, I didn't even know it came out. And I listened to it on the dog walk this morning, and it shot up from never heard it to number 4 for tied for number 4 album of the year. So it's quite an interesting process that I went through this year. I did a track by track on several of these, and honestly, a lot of the albums that I did track by tracks on were not the best albums, so some of those may not have ended out on my top 10. I'm also going to try to compare notes. There is a pinned Facebook post on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, and I'm going to refer to that. So hopefully if you submitted your list, hopefully it is on that pinned thread. Let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? Top 10. Number 10. Coming in at number 10, it's a three-way tie for number 10. Yeah, I know. All right, also, before I continue on this, let me take another sip. The prerequisite for being eligible for the Rock and Roll Geek Top 10. Can't be an EP. It's got to be a full-length album, which I guess it means at least a half hour long. Can't be an album of covers, and it cannot be a live album, and it cannot be a reissue. So it's got to be an album that came out this year, and it's mostly original songs and not live or covers, okay? Also, I want to thank... I got a package when I came home from the mountains yesterday. A package was here for me from Erik the Rock and Roll Plebe. I have an Amazon wish list, and he found this on my wish list. I have a set of Ernie Ball bass strings. I always have those on my wish list because I always need bass strings. Here's what I use: Ernie Ball Power Slinky bass. The E string is a 110, which is way heavier than most E strings, and then it's a 90, 75, and 55. So it's a pretty heavy string gauge. Thank you, Erik Rock and Roll Plebe, for those. Always will be used. I need strings. I got Butlers, two Butlers. Let me see. I got two Butlers gigs coming up, then another Butlers gig. So I got several gigs coming up, and hopefully the Manitoba gigs coming up as well. All right, enough talking. I think we got the maintenance out of the way. Oh, one more thing. Joe Klein is not coming to the Podcast Hall of Fame. He called me. I already went through this in the last episode, so I have. I'm the anonymous donor. I've sent Mike Cranston his $50 donation back. I refunded him. The anonymous donor, I'm sending you that $400 donation probably tomorrow morning before I head to Arizona. We're going on a dog hunt. 9.5 to 10 hour drive with two dogs all the way to Kingman, Arizona, to walk around in the desert for 2 days. And it's going to be cold as shit in the desert. And I'm going to be kicking cactus, trying to flush rabbits out. It's calling for 23-degree weather, and it's going to be up to maybe 48 or 49 degrees. So it's going to be a cold weekend with dogs. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Coming in at number 10. Thank you again, Erik Rock and Roll Plebe, for the strings. I will thank everybody who donated. I'm going to do a honorable mentions segment, and that's going to be when I thank the donors. I got a lot of honorable mentions. But coming in a three-way tie for number 3. Number 10. Rolling Stones' Hackney Diamonds. I know that's a mainstream album, but I think that album is worthy of the top 10 list. It was in several people on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook groups. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Rolling Stones, number 1, Earl Inf. That was his number 1 album. He rated it an 11.5 out of 12. Joe Donahue, Rolling Stones was in his top 10. Let's see, anybody else? Jacob Zetterholm, they're not in his. So yeah, Peter Wojciechowski, not in his. Well, it was in at least 3 top 10s, and it's in my top 10. 3-way tie for number 10, just barely made it in. Rolling Stones' Hackney Diamonds. This song is called Mess It Up.
Come on! You stole my number.
There you go. This was on also. There's a lot. Thank you. By the way, thank you everybody who put their lists on this thread. Peter Wojciechowski's. It's in his top 10. It's number 9 on his top 10. Jim Schwab, Jim S. the Rock and Roll Toothbrushers, number 5 on his top 10. Let's see. Michael Ferguson, number 3. All right, so everybody loves the. Apparently, not everybody, but a lot of people love the Rolling Stones. I have to look at this baby monitor here, and the baby's moving around. I hope I don't have to get up and take care of that. Oh, Vincent Crimmy, Rick Springfield, Automatic. I forgot that was even on the list. That's in his top 10. This could have been a good single album. I like a lot of songs on it, but some should have never gotten through the recording process. Yeah, that album did not come into my top 10. That album's horrible. It's got one good song on it. Didn't even get an honorable mention for me on the Rock and Roll Geek Show top 10. I'm about to burp up this fine Tecate. I'm trying to hold it in. Let's do one more song that's tied in. There's actually a 3-way tie for the top 10. So coming in at tied number 3. Wait a minute. Number 3? No. Tied number 10. 3-way tie. Also number 10. I don't know anything about this band, McFly. BJ Lisco, friend of the show and friend of mine, raved on this album, said it was one of his favorite albums. I knew nothing about McFly. I thought I read somewhere they used to be a boy band, and then they put out a rock album. It's a quality album. I'm not crazy about the guy's vocals, but the songs, there's no denying catchy tune. And this album has a ton of catchy tunes on it. This song is called Forever Not Enough, tied for number 10 on the Rock and Roll Geek Top 10 of 2023. McFly, Forever's Not Enough.
Sharing headphones in the dark, looking for satellites. Smoking and drinking like we're grown up. Now we're grown up, we can dance all night. 'Cause I know love is hard sometimes. Hearts, they roll like thunder when they hit the ground. So let the summer rain fall down. Anything is possible with you.
Yeah, I will probably get a lot of shit for that one. A little AOR. I like me some AOR occasionally. Not on anybody else's top 10 list except for BJ Lisco. I think he influenced me. But, you know, there's no denying a catchy tune. The song's catchy. It's a little pussified. Yeah, it's a little on the pussified end, but hey, we all like to listen to some pussified music occasionally, and I like that tune. Tied for number 10, McFly. I know nothing about it. It's a horrible name for a band, but decent song. What was so hard about this list this year? There's so many albums. There's a few albums that I thought were great, but there were not 10 great albums. You know, albums that blew my mind. There were not 10. So I had to narrow down. There were a lot of quality albums, but not albums that are like so good I just can't stop listening to them. There's a few of them. Less than 10. So it was kind of difficult putting 10 half-decent albums together out of a list of about 150 or however many. The list I have, the ones that I have or listened, must have been about 60 albums. So narrowing 60 albums down to 10 is a near impossible task. So if you think Michael Butler is a pussy for playing McFly, give me some slack, friends. I'm doing my best here, all right? All right, we're going to do one more that's tied for the top 10, and then we'll do some honorable mentions and thank some donors. Also tied for top 10, this album went under probably everybody's radar. Maybe, I don't think anybody else has this on their top 10, but I think it's a good album, and I really like this guy. I interviewed him I went to watch Glenn Matlock. Who this is? Glenn Matlock. Album is called Consequences Coming. I interviewed him a couple of times, and I interviewed him in person once in Concord, California. He was playing a solo show. He's got these albums, 2 albums that he put out. Glenn Matlock and the Philistines. Those 2 albums are fucking great, man. They came out long time ago. But when I first started doing a podcast, when those albums came out, and I went to interview him in Concord, there was about 4 people at the venue. Like 4 people to see Glenn Matlock, a punk rock legend. But I think this album's quality. It's got some decent tunes, and I really like Glenn Matlock. There's something about the guy just seems like there's not one air of pretense. And he was so cool when I interviewed him. We sat in some car. It was pouring down rain. There was like 4 people at the venue, including me and Billy Rowe, I think. And we sat in the car and interviewed Glenn Matlock, and he was a totally cool dude. And then I saw him play again. There was a Lamp tribute thing at Great American Music Hall in San Francisco. It was Glenn Matlock on bass, I think. Walter Lohr on guitar. Mike Ness from Social Distortion also on guitar. Jesse Malin was singing most of the time, except for when Walter Lohr would sing, and Clem Burke on drums. That was a fucking great show as well. All right, enough of my yapping. Let me find the song here. I could have picked any song on the album. They all kind of blend together, but they're all catchy tunes in my opinion. Glenn Matlock is playing guitar on this album. The album is called Consequences Coming. This song's called Hat on a Stick.
I just got too much on my mind. Oh yeah, I gotta get this out there. Feel like the witness to a crime. So many minds out on vacation. I'll plead in ignorance is bliss. Sure got ourselves a situation. How the hell has it all come to this? I'm maybe slow, but I can call it out real quick. Ain't gonna let this go until someone's head on a stick. Oh yeah, if I could get a quarter. try to tell me what I oughta be part of high society. Sure ain't no power gonna put you. Know what you see is what you get. Guess what you don't know doesn't hurt you. But there are some things you should not forget. I may be slow, but boy, I caught it up real quick. Ain't gonna let this go until someone's head on a stick. Oh yeah. Don't see how this could be. There goes our finest hour. Don't see how this could be. That was once so sweet, can't turn so sour. Oh yeah, I gotta get this out there. I just got too much on my mind. Oh yeah, I gotta get this out there. Don't see no benefit in kind. I'm maybe slow, but boy, I caught it on real quick. Ain't gonna let this go till someone's head on a stake. Oh yeah. I'm maybe slow, but when it cuts you to the quick, ain't gonna let this go until someone's. How can we let this go until someone's? Just can't let this go until someone's head on a stake. Oh. Ain't gonna let this go until someone's. How can we let this go until someone's? Just can't let this go until someone's head on a stake. Oh, head on a stake. Nah, head on a stake. Oh, head on a stake. Oh yeah.
There you go. Three-way tie for number 10. Hey, I know you could be, if you're new to this, if you're a friend of the Rock and Roll Geek Show who's been listening for a long time, you know that there's always a bunch of ties. So it's always a top 10 list, give or take 5 or 6 or 7. So it's my show. I can do it how I want it, and that's how I'm doing it. All right, that was the top 10, or that was number 10. I'm a little bit frazzled here. Let me take another sip of this fine Tecate. It's tough babysitting a 2-year-old, man, when you're an old man. I think I'm officially retired now, too. I don't have any work. So hopefully I'll be doing more shows more often. Speaking of that, speaking of the Podcast Hall of Fame, which I'm not speaking about, I have somebody else's, Dave Jackson, a donor to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. He does School of Podcasting. He's going to induct me instead of Joe Klein because Joe Klein can't make it. I'm sending the anonymous donor his money back on tomorrow or before I head to Arizona, and I offered to send Joe Pawlak his $200 back, but he said keep it. So I might as well just do the top 10 or do the donation segment now. Honorable mentions. Some of the honorable mentions were Great Affairs. I did not have enough time to listen to that album. Honestly, it was a little bit, after I just played McFly AOR. Great Affairs is a little bit AOR as well. Starbenders, I heard that's a great album. I did not have a chance to listen to it, so I'm not even going to give that an honorable mention. Diamond Dogs, about the hardest nut to crack, I'll give an honorable mention. That was like, they put out a double album last year, and that made it like in the top 5. This album did not. It's a little bit more boogie-woogie or a little too faces-y, and so that made an honorable mention. Not a bad album. Also honorable mention was Uriah Heep, Chaos in Color. Gave that honorable mention. Did not make the top 10. Now let's play some honorable mentions here while I do the donation segment. Also honorable mention, Angel. Once Upon a Time. Lyrics, a little bit too cheesy for me to make it in the top 10, but I'll give it an honorable mention. We'll play that in the background while I'm doing some of the donations here. Let's thank the Venmo donors first. Venmo donations. Anonymous $400 Joe Klein donation, which he's going to get refunded tomorrow because Joe Klein can't make it. I am going to go see Joe Klein hopefully when I get to Arizona because Kingman, where we're doing this hunt, is only about a half hour away from Bullhead City. So I'm planning on going and visiting Joe Klein on Friday. We're leaving tomorrow. Joe Pawlak, $200 Joe Klein donation, which he told me to keep. Tim Shaw, $100 donation. Richard Fusey, the sheriff, $25 donation, Venmo, and a $21 Venmo. Tim Smith, $10 donation. Gary Goodman, $20, and Stephen Cohen, $10. Those are the Venmo donations. All right, that's Angel, honorable mention. I also have to give her an honorable mention for this album, Buck Cherry, Volume 10. I have never listened to the album. I have it in my possession, and I never listened to it. Honorable mention, did not make my top 10, but I do have to give it an honorable mention. The tone, the guitar tones, and the actual songs themselves, it's a great sound. It's very Aerosmith, and I think it's because Billy Rose in the band, because Billy, like me, sits and listens to Joe Perry in his underwear. Buck Cherry coming in at honorable mention, Volume 10. We'll play a little bit of that while I thank the Patreon donors. Oh, also JB from Colorado, $100 cash donation, Mountain House donation. Santa says stick it to the man and keep it cash. On Patreon, patreon.com/RNRGeek. I think the melodies on this and now let that be said, I would play in this band in a second. I would learn to love this music. Singing gets a little on my nerves, but the guy fishes and hunts. And I also have a ton of respect for these guys because they work their asses off. They played live throughout the entire pandemic, doing big shows. And also, Billy Rowe is living his dream. He loves Buck Cherry. So I'm happy for Billy. Honorable mention. Joe Pawlak on Patreon, My Bodyguard, $16.66. Dan Ghetto on $15. Kurt Crawford, $12.77. Fred and Ginny Bunke, $10. Joseph Coyne, $10. Michael Street, $7.50. Friend of mine, a friend of the show. Cole Thornton, $6.24. Podcast Hall of Famer Dave Slusher. And also fellow retiree. $5.55. He jumped ship, but I still love the guy. Brad Schultz, $5. Brad Shick, $5. Brian Springer, $5. Don't love his wife, but I love him. I don't know his wife, but she doesn't love me, so I don't love her. Brian Springer, $5. Chiaki Hinohara, Japanese Metalhead Show and Metal Moment Podcast, $5. Daniel Borden, $5 Shitty Dude donation. Eric Klein, $5. James Shapiro, $5. Jamie Jefford, $5. John Scott, writer of the great Tom Petty and Me book. That book really is great. Justin Lefkowitz, $5. Michael Brown, one of my oldest friends, $5. Super great, couldn't be better. Mike Brown, $5. Martin Clawley, $5. Nadi Itani, $5. Paul Smith, $5. Robert Harvey, $5. Steve T. Steve Trice, $5. Ted Wilbrecht, $5. Erik Stowell, $4. Mike Hellyer, £4. I'm losing my voice. Dan McBride, $3. Mike Dixon, $3. Chad Burns, $2.50. Paul Roub, $2.25. Adrian Bosch on Bosch Rock on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook page, which I did not create, but I do approve, people. Just got to answer 2 questions. Okay, that's honorable mention. Also honorable mention, Rancid, Tomorrow Never Comes, which some people had in their top 10. I did not get a chance to give it a good enough listen, so that's why I just gave it honorable mention. Beware who's around All the ones that are in my top 10 I've listened to several times, so that's why they made it into the top 10. Where was I on this list? Adrian Bosch on $2, Amy Bowen $2, Bruce McMillan $2, Patrick Shanahan $2, Paul Underwood, maker of Underwood's Fine Barbecue Sauce $2, Erik the Rock and Roll Plebe $142, Three Legs Four Wheels $1, Arnie Stash $1, Corey Kohler $1. Take a sip of this fine Tecate. All right, kill it. Okay. Also honorable mention while we do the PayPal donations, Andy Taylor. I did not get a chance to listen to this good enough, but I know Michael Street was raving on this, and he did not send me that because that would have been wrong. But I'm rooting for Andy Taylor. I love him, and that one album that he put out was fucking great. Neurotic Outsiders, come on, man. One of my favorite albums of all time. Man's a Wolf to Man, album he recorded when he thought he was dying, and now he seems to be doing better from the cancer. Let's play Gotta Give. Honorable mention, Andy Taylor. PayPal donations. Magnus Stenson, $100 birthday and Christmas donation. Michael Street, $62, which might be a combination, Joe Klein. Michael Street, let me know how much you want me to refund. Steve Morris, $30.26. Greg Brofer, still praying friend, $20. Douglas Free, $20. Chad Kiffmeyer, $20. Greg Brofer, another $20. Blake Johnson, $20. Blake Johnson, $20. Richard Strong, $20. Dave Franco, $20. Stephen LaPerriere, $20. Ralph Miller, friend of mine and friend of the show, $12.75. I think that could be a Joe Klein donation too. Ralph Miller, let me know if that is, and I will send you that $12.75 back. Jeff and Sherry Thielelicky, $5. BJ Lisco, $10. Ralph Miller, another $10. Todd Cunningham, friend of mine and friend of the show, $10. Dave Jackson in the School of Podcasting, inducting Michael Butler into the Podcast Hall of Fame in January 26. $10. Jason Shepard, $10. James Venners, $10. William Beal, $10. Andrew Howe, $5. Brett Garsky, $5. Jace Lesniewski, $5. Jennifer Wilbrecht, $5. John Offelach, $5. Christopher Del Grande, $5. John Tennis, $5. Greg Long, $5. Benjamin Muller, $5. Keenan O'Meara, $5. Robert Scott, $5. Vincent Creamy, $2. Lassie Satvidhagen, $2. William Moffat, $2. Dave Alexander, $2. Adam Gerstein, $2. Adam Boucher, $2. Elodie Johns, $2. Also sent me $50 for my birthday. Thank you, Elodie. Deborah Dreyfus, $2, if that's your real name. Philip Vermeulen, $2. Brian Gradage, $2. And finally, Kai Matsuda, $2. Thank you, everybody who donates to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. It's a value for value, friends. So whatever value you get out of this, please put a number on it and help your friend who is retired and unemployed out. Also got honorable mention Alice Cooper. I should play a little bit Alice Cooper. Road. I admire the effort. He's got one of the greatest backing bands going. I'm not in love with all the songs, but it just missed the top 10.
She's like a fly buzzing around my head that makes me cry, wishing I was dead.
Also, I give honorable mention to 72 Seasons from Metallica. Good effort. I mean, if you're going to rip off April Wine, you got to appreciate that. I like to rock! All right, I'm going to let a little bit of this play while I go get another Tecate. Okay. All right. We're now to number 9. It's also a two-way tie for number 9. I don't know if Phil Robinson had this band on his 2023 list. I think he did. I'm not sure though. The reason I put this band on there, the songs are not they're actually really catchy songs. The lyrics are a little bit cheesy, but the singer reminds me so much of Michael Lee Smith from Stars, and the music reminds me of Stars as well. Dumb lyrics, party lyrics, and I'm not the biggest fan of party lyrics, Van Halen wannabe type stuff, but songs are catchy, and there's something about them that I like. Tied for number 9, this band is called The Bites. They put out an album called Squeeze, and this song is called Love Affair.
I'm a
Bites. Not on anybody's list. And it led me to think maybe that album didn't come out in 2023. But I looked, and it came out in like September of 2023. So it's included. And I like the tunes. What can I say? Not on anybody else's list, but it's on mine. Sandy Hyde, his list, he's got, he had the Rolling Stones on his. He has a lot of that are going to make it on mine. He has Glorious Bank Robbers, Back on the Road. That was in my honorable mentions as well. Did not make my top 10. Cyanide Pills, I did not get a chance to listen to that enough, and I felt like I should not include it because I just listened to it on the drive back and didn't give it a strong enough listen, but it could have been on there. I did not even know Richie Ramone had a new album. That's on his top. It made 14 for him. I didn't get a chance to listen to that one, so that didn't make my top 10. But speaking of Sandy Hyde, his band, the McCrackens, I had to put that on my top 10. Tied for number, where's my list here? Tied for number 9. Like AOR music, everybody likes a little A&R music occasionally, and I also like a little pop punk occasionally. And this album is all pop punk, but the songs are catchy as hell. Sandy plays drums in this. I believe he plays drums. It's called the McCrackens, and the album is called Wake the Fun Up, on several people's list. I'm playing Lockdown Lonely. I'm going to pause this for just a second. That song is catchy as hell, but what I like about the song, pardon me, Sandy Hyde, for interrupting the song. What I love about this tune, first of all, the song's catchy as hell, but I like the guitar part. It goes, fly now, fly now, fly now, fly now. Did I need to interrupt the song for that? No, but I felt I needed to, all right?
How did this happen? Happen anyway. It's for the greater good. Let's go.
Flatter.
Like this in my history. It's a fucking mystery to me. Lockdown lonely, but I'm doing alright. I got my punk rock records and I'm hanging it tight. Lockdown lonely, but I'm doing alright. We're locked down, baby, and I'm locked down lonely tonight. You say it's all we can do to run away. I know it's true that with you I wanna go with. Lockdown lonely, but I'm doing alright. I got my punk rock records and I'm hanging it tight. Lockdown lonely, but I'm doing alright. We're locked down, baby, and I'm locked down lonely. Lockdown lonely, but I'm doing alright. I got my punk rock records and I'm hanging it tight. Lockdown lonely, but I'm doing alright. We're locked down, baby, and I'm locked down lonely tonight.
There you go. Michael Cranston had this at number 11 on his top 10. Cole Thornton had it at number 12. Song is catchy as hell. There you go. We are now at number 8. So we had a 5-way tie, or we had 3 ties for number 10, 2 ties, a 2-way tie for number 9. Now we're at number 8. Sitting alone at the number 8 spot, shared by many people on this list. Cole Thornton has him at number 10. Sandy Hyde has this band at number 7. I have it at number 8. I had him on my show, Jason. This is, where am I here? The Oxys. Generation Irrelevant. This is Mr. Horrible. There you go. Number 8, the Oxys. All right, number 7, another tie. I know there's a lot of ties, but man, it's so difficult narrowing it down to 10 albums when a lot of the albums are equally. I could probably go back and re-edit this list and do it and have a completely different top 10, but, you know, what's the point? This was so fucking difficult. I wasn't the only one who found this, putting this list together, difficult. Everybody who posted on the Facebook group agreed. It was extremely difficult to narrow it down to 10. I'm now up to number 7. A tie. Let's see, where are we here? Blah da 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 da. Chris Catalyst, Mad in England. I had him on the Rock and Roll Geek show. It's a quality album. The guy recorded all the instruments himself except for the drums. Super catchy as hell songs, and the guy is one of the best musicians I've ever met in my entire life. This song is called My Family, tied for number 7.
My funny little dream. Guess we knew all along that being cool is free. With our feet on the ground, but our heads up in that trees. A curious company. I know. My family, my cavalry. We show reality and find normality. It's a dream that I dreamt to cushion those in need. Guess we try represent a better way to be. On a similar wavelength, isn't fair until we matter the same. We'll never get anywhere. Yeah, a family, a cavalry. Oh, we show reality and find normality. All this insanity, it always comforts me. Because finality will be the death of me.
There you go. Chris Catalyst. The album's called Mad in England. Every song on that album's pretty catchy. James Logan, he's got Ginger at number 5, Ginger Wildheart. 3 albums came out. He's got three-way tie for number 5. I only knew about Teeth. He said he came out with an album called Bebop Narrative AD, and it came from the North. I have never heard those albums, so I'm going to have to look for them because I'm not crazy about Teeth. I think isn't that one's a lot more like noise stuff, I think. So I'm going to have to go look for... first of all, I'm going to have to listen to Teeth again. Maybe I should have put that in my top 10. I apologize if I didn't get Ginger, because he usually is in the top 10. And I had no idea he put 3 albums out this year. So I'm going to have to... I've never heard Bebop Narrative, and it came from the North. That's for sure. So I'm going to have to go back and listen to them. Let's see. What else I got for number 7? Tied number 7. Michael Street told me about this album, and I think he did not send me that because it would have been wrong. BJ Lisco has this in his top 10. I think Michael Street has it in his top 10 as well. I can't find Michael Street's list, so I apologize, Michael. Something about this. This is... I'm having a brain freeze here. Give me a second. I need to take a sip of this fine Tecate. I was trying to remember the singer's name. Butch Walker. Super producer Butch Walker. Guy can write a tune. I'm not crazy about his vocals as well, but there's no denying that guy can write a tune, man. The album was called 4, and I believe Michael Street said it only came out digitally and didn't come out on CD or vinyl, which I don't care. If it came out, it came out. Every song in this album is catchy as shit, too. Some of it's a little AOR as well, but no denying the talent of Butch Walker. This song is called... I'm burping up this fine Tecate. That's not the name of the song. The song is called... If we're on fire, let it burn!
I walked down moorland dusk till dawn, not knowing half my head was gone. The bloodbath in my brain goes on and on and on and on. We let the bodies hit the floor like a metal band, a drowning pool made of quicksand. Being everything that you want me to be. You break like a mirror while you're looking at me, but you don't want to know. What's
There you go. It's actually a three-way tie for number 7. We also got a three-way tie for number 6, by the way. I mean, it's so difficult to narrow this down to 3. I know Eddie Trunk will say, "You're breaking the rules. It's bullshit. You can't do that." But this ain't the Eddie Trunk show. All right, it's the Michael Butler show. It's a rock and roll geek show. Michael Butler does what Michael Butler is going to do. Okay, so it's a three-way tie. Also tied for number 7, a band called, I'm pretty sure these guys are from Sweden, and they sound a lot like the Helicopters, and maybe Nicky Anderson might have something to do with them. No, I think somebody in the Helicopters is in Grand Royale. Tell me I'm wrong. This is on several people's lists as well. Grand Royale, Welcome to Grimetown. This song is called... What song is this called? 7 Days No Sleep. That album could have probably been higher on my list. There are some great tunes on that album. As Richard Fusey says, it's in my wheelhouse. All right, Grand Royale. I can't talk up the post any longer, friends. That was number 7. Three-way tie for number 7. Also a three-way tie for number 6. Casanovas were probably on just about everybody's list. The songs, I gotta say, the songs. Somebody in the Casanovas listened to the review and comment and sent me an email about it. He thought the review was hilarious. All the songs are super derivative, but the guitar tones are amazing, and the musicianship is fucking fantastic, and it's kind of throwback music. Lyrics a little bit. Some of the lyrics a little bit cliche, but I love this album. I keep finding myself listening to it. Backseat Rhythms three-way tie for number 6. The Casanovas. When You Want Something From Me. This song sounds like, well, you'll know what it sounds like. Ba-do-no-no, are you ready to rock? Come on, the vocals are great, catchy as hell.
But it only seemed to last so long. Now I know you're only ever gonna call. You want something from me. You want something from me. You only call. You want something from me. Ooh, yeah. You want something from me. Oh yeah. You want something from me. You want something from me. You only call me. You want something from me. Ooh, yeah. You want something from me. At first it seemed like sweet perfection. You were everything I'd ever dreamed. Now it seems I'm just one collection of boys who fell for your appeal. Now I know you're only ever gonna call.
There you go. Cole Thornton had him on his list at number 9. Cole Thornton had a bunch of bands I've never even heard of on his list. King Tree and the Earth Mothers, never heard of them. La Chinga, may have heard of them. Lucifer Star Machine, I don't think I've heard of them. Brad Marino, he had at number 2. Grin and Barrett. I had not listened hard enough to Brad Marino. I think they played with Manitoba in one of the New England shows, and they were okay. I liked the music. I liked them on recording better than I liked them live. They were okay. He also had Corinthi, I never heard of them. The Vaughns, Grade 2, fake name Spider God. I'd never heard of any of those guys. But he had Casanovas on his list. Other people had Casanovas as well. I'm scrolling down here to see here. Casanovas. I think Sandy Hyde had him on his list as well. Oh, Kirk Crawford had him at number 1, his favorite album of the year. Jim Schwab, Jim Asked the Rock and Roll Toothbrusher, had him at number 4. He had Ginger Wildheart at Teeth number 2. I guess I better go back and listen to Teeth again. All right, Casanovas, they're tied. Also tied for number 6. I need to take a sip of this fine Tecate because I'm getting a little bit frazzled. I just feel like my wife's going to come down any second now. Just about everybody had Danko Jones on their list. Fun album, catchy tunes, rockin'. Even though he didn't come on the Rock and Roll Geek Show, I won't hold that against him. Tied for number 6. Electric Sounds is the name of the album. Danko Jones, here's Good Time. I came here to fuck shit up and have a good time.
Times, but
There you go. What is not to like? That song's catchy as hell. The whole album's pretty good. All right. Also tied at number 6. This is on several people's lists. Let me see here. Well, I'll go and look back who it's on, but it's on several people's lists. This is White Reaper. I believe it's one of Joe Pawlak's favorites of the year. Quality album. This song is called Pages. By the way, the album is called Asking for a Ride.
I took a walk back then. I had a moment thinking how it's been between you and me, my dear. And we can make it for another year, I guess. Or maybe I don't care. I wrote it in my diary, and all my word is true. I even tore out all the pages about you, and now I'm passing them out to every stranger on the street that walks on by, so I can move along and never sleep tonight without my wondering why are things so complicated, sensitive and intricate. I can't wake up not being hated, so I took them all out. And things are colder here. Another night that I can walk into alone, and it makes so much sense. The kind of weather you can feel it in your bones. And now I'm cracking a smile to every stranger on the street that walks on by, so I can move along. I get to bed tonight without my wondering why were things so complicated, sensitive and intricate. I can't believe how long I waited. I can't believe how long I waited. I tore out all the pages. I tore out all the pages. I tore out all the pages. I tore them all out. I tore them all out. I tore them all out.
There you go. White Reaper on several people's top 10s, a lot of people's. I'm at number 5. They Sit Alone. One of my favorite bands. This is also on Peter Wojciechowski's. Came in at number 11. Who else has this band on their list? Somebody else has this. It'll come to me. I'll look for it while it's playing. But Sits Alone at number 5 for me. I love Lucero. I saw them at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, and I also saw them at the Fillmore. A great band, and this album is quality top to bottom. Lucero is the name of the band. If you like this Lucero, you get it. If you don't, you just don't get it, because they're a great band. This song is called, well, this is the first song of the album. It's probably the best song of the album, but the whole album's good. This song is called One Last F.U.
Ain't no use in staying, even though the band's still playing. For a graceful exit, ain't no better song. I don't think you get it, mister. Crossing
There you go. Like I said, if you like Lucero, you get it. They are a fucking great band. Great band. One of my favorite bands, actually. Mike Cranston had them at number 6 on his list. Now, this next band, we're at number 5. I got a 2, or excuse me, I'm sorry. That was number 5, Sitting Alone, Lucero. We're now at number 4. We got a 2-way tie. This is the last tie. Now, this band, I never even heard this album. Where is somebody? And somebody said that Joe Donahue, best album goes to Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, Kings of the Asylum. Best album of the year. A few other people said, you got to listen to Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. Phil Campbell, as you know, former Motorhead. I said, all right, well, I'll listen to this one on Walking the Dogs. Never heard this album before. And this is the song that I heard first. It's the first song of the album called Walking in Circles. The album is called Kings of the Asylum. Now, I listened to the entire album on the dog walk. The singing, you got to get past the dumb heavy metal lyrics. Not even dumb. They're just normal heavy metal lyrics about fuck you and sticking it, whatever. The guitar work on this album and the tone, Phil Campbell, his guitar tone is so amazing. And these riffs are fucking pulverizing to me. I love this album. Never heard it before today. And it's now number 4, tied for number 4 in my top 10 albums of 2023, give or take 5 or 7 or 8. Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, Kings of the Asylum. This song is called Walking in Circles. It's got a little bit of a build-up here. Man, the guitar is just badass. To me, this is how a metal album should sound. It's not even metal, it's just blistering hard rock. Man, come on, that is fucking badass. I'm walking the dogs in the dark this morning, playing air guitar, pulverizing. Man, listening to that rubs my fucking dick in the dirt. Joe Donahue, thank you for turning me on to that, man, and suggesting it. I never listened to Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. I got to listen to him now. He is a fucking great riff writer. That album blew me away. I can get past the lyrics and some of the cheesy metal lyrics. That music is just fucking blistering. I love that album. Whew. Thank you, Joe Donahue. All right, that's number 4. Also tied at number 4, C.J. Wildheart. He put out an album, digital only, called what's it called? What is it called? Oh, the album's called Split. You got to get past the distorted production on this. It's a little distorted, a little bit like Endless Nameless from Wild Hearts, which is not quite so much, but at the heart of this album are some really great rock and roll and pop songs. I'm going to say it again. C.J. Wildheart, the heart and soul of the Wild Hearts. And he's no longer in the band. I'm looking forward to hearing how the new Wild Hearts is when Ginger comes out with it, but I don't know, man. Without CJ in the band, I know he's not. I know they've done without him before, and put out some great albums. But I love this guy, and he writes great tunes. And this album's tied for number 4, Split. CJ Wildheart, The Grass is Green. There you go. CJ Wildheart, Split. Get that album if you don't have it. That's number 4. Now, the top 3, there's no ties. And this was not difficult at all for me to do the top 3. Well, this album could have been higher than 3, but it made it number 3. One of my favorite bands. I love, the band's called The Baboon Show, of course. And I love, love, love Cecile. They're playing the Rebellion Festival, the same thing that Manitoba's playing, Handsome Dick Manitoba, that I'm going to be going to play. I'm going to make sure I see their set. I want to see that band. I've been wanting to see them for so long. I love that singer. She's just such a fucking badass. Coming in at number 3, The Baboon Show. This song is called, the album's called God Bless You All. This song is called Made Up My Mind. Made Up My Mind. That woman, Cecile, the singer, not particularly a classically attractive woman, but watching her perform and listening to her songs puts her looks about 20 times higher on the sexiness list. Most people had this album on their list on some point, at some part of the list, except for the sheriff, Richard Fusey. He's got different tastes than everybody, but he's got his own taste, which some of it crosses over to me. That wasn't on his list, but Earl Inf. He has him at number 2. So good. I've been listening to this all year long. It's on just about everybody's list who posted. Great album. The Baboon Show. What else can you say? First of all, it's one of the greatest rock and roll names of a band ever, The Baboon Show. And she's great, and the songs are great. All right, we're at number 2 now. Also not hard to make it at number 2. Could have been number 3. I could have flip-flopped Baboon Show and Velvet Insane. This album's great top to bottom. Every single song on this album's catchy. Is it anything original? No. But the songs are amazing. And again, as Richard Fusey says, it's in my wheelhouse. The band is called the band is called Velvet Insane. The song is called Damage Control that I'm going to play. I could have played any song on the album, but this is the third song. I guess it will be considered a single. High Heeled Monster is the name of the album. Coming in at number 2 on the Rock and Roll Geek top 10, give or take 12 or 13. Top 10, top list of 2023. I'm getting a little bit buzzed now. I apologize. Velvet Insane, number 2. There you go. Velvet Insane. Not a great band name, but a great album. Backseat Rhythms. Is that the name of the album? Backseat Rhythms? No. The album's called High Heeled Monster. That leads to number 1, friends. I hope you enjoyed this top 10, give or take 12 or 13. If you disagree with me, send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com, with the subject line, Butler, I had no idea you like such pussy music. Why don't you play some metal? What happened to Robin McCauley? What happened to Tigers of Pantang? I didn't even know Tigers of Pantang had a new album out. And supposedly the best, perfect metal album, according to somebody on here. I didn't know Vandenberg. Yeah. How can you not? Okay, what's the email subject line again? I'm getting sidetracked. How could you play such pussy music? You didn't include Vandenberg? You didn't include Dead Man's Whiskey or Elegant Weapons? How dare you? You didn't put in Robin McCauley or Chris Jericho? Or Last in Line or Winger? Or Extreme? I am unsubscribed, you suck! Put that in the subject line. If you agree with me, send me an email, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line Butler. I love that list so much. I'm donating $1,000 this month. All right? Okay, that brings us to number 1. Thank you. By the way, thank you for listening. If you listen throughout 2023, I hope you stick around through 2024. I'm going to be doing a lot more shows because I'm retired now and I'm broke. I seriously got no money in my savings account. You think I got 12 houses. I own one house because Don left it to me. My son owns the rest, and I'm unemployed now. Social Security from February on. And I got no work in January, and I'm about to drive to Arizona. Arizona. I'm going to see Joe Klein, though, I think, on Friday. Please keep the donations coming, friends. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. Find the show at rockandrollgeek.com. Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, rockandrollgeek. Don't ask. All right, we're at number 1. Even the sheriff, Richard Fusey, has this on his top 10 list. Earl Inf. Never really delved into Ian Hunter, but it may after this. Credit to the Rock and Roll Geek Show for turning me on to the greatness of Ian Hunter. 83 years old and made my favorite album of the year, Defiance Part 1. I can't wait for Part 2. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this 2023 Top 10. It was not easy to do, and I'm sure it could change tomorrow. So if you want to email me, and let me know how or just post on there, Butler's got horrible taste or whatever. I did my best. I think there was a lot of quality music in there. And none better than Ian Hunter. I'll talk to you soon, friends. Going hunting for rabbits in the desert, not in the jungle, in the cactus jungle of Arizona, in the freezing fucking cold. Thank you for listening, and please keep the donations coming. Ian Hunter, top album, number 1 of 2023. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you soon, friends. I hope you had a great 2023. Fuck it. We're in 2024 now. Happy Insurrection Day, Ian Hunter. And Jeff Beck plays on it. Long live Ian Hunter.
I'm gonna make a man out of you. 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 If that's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna make a man out of you. He said, don't open that box, it's full of tears. A lot of heavy stuff from my fighting years. So I opened the box and he boxed my ears. I'm gonna make a man out of you. My ears were ringing, I started to cry. I remember thinking, who is this guy? Said, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna try. Gonna make a man out of you. I'm gonna make a man out of you. I'm gonna make a man out of you. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a man out of you. 'Cause I'm on shifts, I
his last stand, but I shed a tear at the battle lines. 15 miles from where it all began. Gonna make a man out of you. I said I'm gonna make a man out of you. I'm gonna make a man out of you. And it's the last thing I ever do. I'm gonna make a man out of you. But I said, now I'm feelings. 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 Now I'm
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.